How's it going, guys? This is Specko, and this is episode 2 of my sniping guide for Black Ops. Here's the things I'm going to be going over today. This is mostly things that I think that a lot of people wouldn't even think about whenever you're trying to get yourself in the best situation to play well. These are some of the things that I believe will, in the long run and in the short term, help you in having more fun and playing the game and as the sniping aspect goes. I'm going to have some background gameplay going, but it's nothing really that doesn't really have to pertain to exactly what I'm talking about at the time, but it just gives you something to watch. First things first, let's talk about TVs and their settings. TVs, the main thing you want to look for in a TV is a high contrast ratio and a good refresh rate. Now, as far as what's good, it's going to be more along the lines of how much money do you have to spend. And also, a bigger screen is not a better screen. You may think, well, I've got a 60-inch. I should be playing awesome and never miss anything. Well, at the same time, I mean, usually if you have like a 60-inch TV, you're going to be you're not going to be sitting that far away from it. And as a result, you will miss things simply because you have to actually move your head to see something on screen, rather than if you were playing on, say, like what the size of a regular TV monitor, not TV monitor, sorry, a computer monitor would be like 20 inches. That's a good size. It really is. You think about what size do the guys play on for MLG? They play on little 20 inches, and that's what I play on. And it doesn't take away from the picture quality or anything like that. It doesn't take away from the experience. It's still, if you really want to have a game that have a gaming TV, you want to go around that size. You want to go between 20 to 30 inches, or 32 inches. Sorry, that's kind of the standard sizes. You have 20, 22, 23, 20, 27, and 32. That's kind of the main sizes. And whenever you're looking at TVs, you want to get one that's got a high contrast ratio. And whenever I'm talking about high contrast ratio, the only really thing that you can compare that with is the other TVs. You want to go with one and also you got to think about the money, because a lot of times it's, you know how it is. Sometimes it's not really which one's the best, it's which one can you afford. But and then you get into the settings. Now settings, there's pretty much there's depending on the TV, a lot of times there can be a lot of different settings that you want to play with. But the big misconception is, and I've heard people say it, they say turn your brightness up. That's all you need to do. Well, that's not true. I'm sorry, but it's not, because you can overdo that, and whenever you turn your brightness up too much, you'll actually fog up your screen where you can't even see near as much as you could have before. So what you want to do is you want to tweak around with it and get your brightness at the right setting. Like my brightness for this TV is at 62 out of 100. Now, and there's also contrast. For my TV, I have my contrast set at 100. And contrast is basically, with most TVs, it's the difference between your black and white, your the grays and everything, and how well your TV produces those. There's others that also deal with differences between like red and green and things like that. But contrast ratio is the biggest thing as far as sniping goes in these games, because a lot of times people are in shadowy areas and shadowy areas. My bad. And they're going to be harder to see if it's just they all look the same. It's that silhouette thing. The best way to tune your TV is to go on Havana, go and sit in one of the snipe buildings in the street, and zoom in on the other one with a variable scope, and zoom in all the way, and adjust your TV until you can see in the opposite building's room pretty good. And that's all you need to do. Get into audio. Audio, you don't want to play too loud, but at the same time, it's just preference. Good thing to look into is surround sound headsets like Turtle Beach. The main brands are going to be Turtle Beach and Triton. Triton is with two. It's Triton, TTON. I have Triton X Pros. It may cost you a little more, but you'll enjoy them in the end. Okay, then you have little accessories. You know, you even have little grips that you can put on your controller. I don't use those. I think they're unnecessary. Plus, they kind of make my hands sweat a little bit more. The only thing I would really recommend getting is SPS Freaks. They're a Control Freak brand. So go to controlfreak.com. It's spelled with a K, and Freak is with two E's rather than EA. I really like those, and I've had them for a long time. Okay, and another thing that I wanted to talk about was playtime, and that may be in relation to duration of play. It also may be in duration and when you play, but mostly, all right. I know you're tempted a lot of times whenever you can play to play as long as you can and as late as you can if you don't get to play that much. But if you're tired, you're not going to play near as well as you would if you were just alert. Say, pick the best time of day for you to, say, take a test. That's the best time of day for you to play a video game, because your reaction time and everything's going to be good. You're going to be thinking clear. For me, it's around 3 o'clock, but that's when I'm most awake. But if you have like a graveyard schedule and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, yeah, that's going to be your best time to play. And if you start getting tired, try to keep yourself from playing, because most of the time you're going to play bad. And it's just not going to be fun. And yeah. Next thing is attitude. All right, attitude is stuff like this. Freaking second chance. Things like second chance make me so mad, and they get me killed so often. And I have such a horrible temper about it, but it's something that I need to work on really bad. And whenever I get mad, whenever I get mad, I play worse. Whenever most people get mad, they play worse. Have fun. You want to have fun. If you're not having fun, stop playing the game. Go do something else. Come back to it. But that's a huge thing. You want to play to have fun, and if you're not having fun, why are you playing? I mean, it's not a job for you. 99.9% of these people on this game, this is not their job to play this game. So, I mean, come on. Another kind of a FAQ thing. What sensitivity do you play on? I know a lot of people will say you have to use high sensitivity to snipe with. Blah blah blah. So and so said. I see Optic Gaming. Well, that's quick scoping. And that's gonna be a lot of drag shot stuff. That's why there is a high sensitivity. The only reason you would use high sensitivity is so you could either 360 or you could drag shot like a maniac. Now, if you're going for accuracy, you're gonna want to use a lower one. I use 3. That is the setting that I use. However, some people will be different. Most people play on around a 2 to an 8 sensitivity, and then you got the people that like to jump around and spin in circles. They play on 10s or 9s. But what you do is basically it's a feel. You got to find out what feels the best to you. I would advise playing on every single one of them, and just deciding after playing a game or two with each one of those, decide which one you like best or which one you perform best with, and then go with it. The last thing I want to talk about is having a plan, and that's more along the lines of a strategy. And that may be for an entire match, or it may be just for what am I going to do at the beginning. What am I going to do if I'm in this building and I need to get to this one? Because if you decide what you're going to do before you do it, you'll have a lot better reaction time with things. You'll just do better. I mean, you'll have a lot more success, because a lot of times people say, "Oh, you're camping in a corner. What are you doing?" And it's because I will literally, after I carry out one of my little mini strategies during a game, I will go sit in a corner, not because I'm sitting there trying to get a kill, sitting there thinking about what am I going to do next. I think about what I'm going to do before I do it whenever I play, and 9 times out of 10 that works for me. I'm not camping a corner to camp a corner, because now to be honest, camping is extremely boring to me now. Not that I'm completely against it, it's just it's turned into being really boring. That's and that's that. Um, Sorry that this second part took a while to come out. It's just I've been really busy with class and school, and I've got 2 weeks off now, and don't have to go back to college until the 5th of January. And yeah, so I'm gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna try to put out 2 more episodes during that time frame. It might not be. I mean, it's holidays, and as far as holidays go, happy holidays, everybody. Whether it be Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and then Happy New Year's, all that stuff. I hope you guys have good holidays, and like I said, I'll try to put out a couple more of these over the Christmas break. And yeah, if you have any suggestions as in what things you want me to cover, let me know. It'll really help out because what I do before I make these videos is I sit down and I write it all out, what I'm going to talk about, and kind of get an idea of what I'm going to do. But other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Hope this helped you, and be looking forward to more. Alright, guys, peace.